Welcome back to ENTC 2160 Architectural CAD. What we're going to talk about today is how to create dimensions for your drawing. And dimensions is a universal language that most folks understand, and so it's very important that you are accurate with your drawing, because you may be in one part of the world and creating a plan, and that your plan is going to be used somewhere else, and they need to interpret the data that you have there. So it's very important that you are able to accurately dimension your drawing. So to make things a little bit simpler, what I've done is created a basic floor plan. As you can see here, you have walls, exterior walls, interior walls, and you have a door, and you have 3 windows here. We're going to talk about dimensioning these. And so let's start out with, if we go to annotate, as you can see, again, this is the major tool we're going to use right now. Annotate, and you have options here. As you can see, you got AEC dimension interior. You have all these options right here. Dimensions linear. If you want to do an angle or radius, you have those options here. If you have a circle and you need to do diameters, we can do that as well. So let's just start with the basic dimension here. So if we're looking at this particular drawing right here, and you wanted to simply just come in, let me turn on my endpoints. Let me select F3. As you can see here, you can see the little green boxes showing up again. Remember earlier we used those end boxes because we wanted the walls to connect. Today we're not interested in connecting the walls at this point. We're just more interested in creating the dimensions. So let's just look at some of the dimensions that we have. We can see you have continue dimension, or we call string line, and then this is also considered to be a baseline, and we'll talk about that. If I come here to this drop down, you have some options here, AEC dimension interior, and if we're going to be dimensioning exterior, we can actually dimension some exterior, and then we have some more options right here regarding the exterior, and you can see from that image there where it's creating the opening for your doors and windows as well. With that being said, when we start talking about dimensioning our windows and doors, we don't necessarily need to dimension the size of our windows and doors, only the location. Why is that? Well, we don't do that because in the last video I showed you how you can create your windows and door schedules, and you have information regarding that there, and you don't necessarily have to do that here. So let's start looking at this a little bit. Let me hit escape, come back, make sure our tools are up and running. As you can see here, this is kind of continual dimension. So let's just come into this end right here. You can see the little green box. If I want to stop there, I can stop there. If I want to go here, I can do that. But let's just come all the way down to the end. And as you can see here, there's a dimension. I'm gonna select my middle mouse button, hold it down, and I'm gonna pan down a little bit. And as you can see here, I'm gonna put this dimension right there. I'm gonna bring it up high there. I'm gonna come in here and maybe start a dimension here, and I can come here and put a dimension there like that. And you can do the same thing by going back to your dimensions, and you can select whatever point you want to select, and then you can put that dimension up here as well. So you can see here. Notice the dimensions here: 1/16 of an inch, 7/16 of an inch, as you can see here. And the reason I didn't do all of my settings on this particular drawing, like I advised you to on the last few drawings that we talked about, is because I want to show you how you can edit this. I want to show you how you can edit this. Just like I was able to create the dimensions here, you can do the same thing on the sides. You just simply go in, just like we've done, select your dimensions, select your ends, and then you do your dimensions here. Just like that. Now, this is what I want to show you. As you can see here, this is 9 feet 6 and 11/16. Nobody's going to try to get down to that precision. So what if we want to change it? If I select this, right click, I can change that precision after the fact. You see precision here? If I go here and just go to the tightest, which is maybe a 1/2 inch, let's do that. Notice how that changed. Do the same thing here. Select that dimension, right click, precision, 1/2 inch, it changed, and you can do the same thing for here if you want to change those. But that's how you do those particular dimensions. Now, when it comes down to angle dimensions, as you can see here, we have some angle dimensions, and we can choose the angle right here if we want to do that. You know, this is like 90 degrees. And as you can see, as I move the cursor, it's still 90 degrees. But what's interesting is that I'm gonna put this on here at 90 degrees. But realistically, anything that's 90 degrees, anything that's a right angle, you do not have to dimension. We make some assumptions. We make assumptions that certain things are perpendicular, and we make assumptions that certain things are 90 degrees. And if it's perpendicular or 90 degrees, we do not dimension it. But anything greater than or less than 90 degrees, we do. But just for the purpose of demonstrating and showing you how to put this on here, I'm just going to leave it on here for now. But if it's 90 degrees, do not dimension an angle. Less than or greater than, we do. So again, that's the basics of dimensioning. As you can see, there are a lot of tools here that you can use to go in, and if you have another angular dimension, as you can see in the image there on that bicycle frame, you can choose to dimension that way, or you have multiple options here. If we have a curve or radius that we need to dimension, it will show you how to do that as well. So we have a lot of options, and so again, this is the basics of our dimension, and so I want to thank you for tuning in today, learning how to do basic dimensionings in architectural desktop ENTC 2170. Oh no, 2160. Thank you.